Yo, what's up guys? We got the new update. So first we're going to check the update, then we're going to check the new units, then we're going to check the skin mainly of Maximilian, and then we're going to go into the summon. So with the update we have all of the units. We're not going to check them here, but we're actually going to check them in game, because that just gives a little bit more information about like awakenings, leader skills, that kind of stuff. So we have the SP summon, typical, yes. New mock battle. We probably just look on Reddit, whatever it is, and then we just go from there. They have a slight improvement on the repeat battle. Now you see how many times you lost, which is actually very nice, because I noticed that sometimes my team was like consecutively always losing like once or twice, but you actually had to go into records to see what was losing and that kind of stuff. So that makes it a bit easier right now to check it from here. They added a few extra settings to the cell exclusion settings. We'll check that out later. I'm planning to do a video on the cell exclusion settings that I have tomorrow, because I started farming giants. So now I have giants, so runes, artifacts, and what are the other things? Grinds. So all three of them I have the settings for right now, which I will share on the video probably tomorrow. Might record it during the stream. This one I think is pretty nice for free-to-play players, because let's say you were getting dupes, but you're on the point that you don't really want to get a blessing. Getting Devilmons from these is actually pretty nice. Also, an amount of mystical scrolls is not too bad if you don't want to go for the LDs. If you feel like getting your LDs is just gonna get you another Darion or another Belladion, so it's a little bit better that. This one they changed also, they have like the free refreshes per week right now. And it used to be per month. So weird thing is they actually had it like twice a month 30. So they never really had 60 a month. It was twice a month 30. That's kind of different numbers. But adds up to the same thing, but it's still kind of different. But now you also have for paid refreshes for 20 crystals per. I would never give crystals for that, because 30 refreshes a week is already quite a lot. And I would say getting the, especially the gems, legendary gems are somewhat hard to come by. So getting legendary gems mainly for Fio, Swift, Will, Despair. Maybe even like just Fio and Swift or something like that. Kind of depends what you need. But getting the gems from this one is pretty nice. Getting the grinds legendary from this one. Maybe if you're really specifically searching for that speed Swift grind or that Fio speed grind or something like that. But besides that, I wouldn't really go for like the HP percent, defense, attack, that kind of. I might say HP percent for Vio is like a little bit higher value, because you need a lot of those. So definitely a nice one for that you get more chance of those. We have extra features for sharing replay battles, that it's stored in the replay thingy over here. Cool and all. I guess if you want to look back at something like that, it would be a little bit nicer to check that here, I guess. So we also have the ranking added for Steel Fortress. I have no clue what rank I am. I should check that in a second. Then we also have the special rule setting tests removed. Okay, so we're waiting for Season 14. It will take a long time. Like Season 14 is somewhere like 3-4 months down the line. Then we have the time-limited special mission from Elia. We will check into it if it's worth it or not. Like, we had the same thing last time. Funny enough, my Eon, aka the Light and Dark, while the Light Net 5 Steel Commander came from the all attribute scroll that's at the end here. So I was saying that it was not really worth it, but I pulled an LD5 from it. So that's just like, don't have me on that one. You're not gonna get an LD5 from it. And then we have some quality of life changes on just whatever stuff. So yeah, let's look into the units mainly. But before we go into the video, let's talk about the sponsor of today's video, which you can see right next to me, which is the Huawei App Gallery. And with the Huawei App Gallery, as it is mentioned, you can get discounts on your packs. So definitely, if you're getting those Asian Transcendent Scrolls or any other packs, definitely go for those. In the description down below, I have more of a step plan if you want to follow it written out. But otherwise, it's simply downloading the Huawei App Gallery, installing the HMS core, which is just to create an account. From there, you would have to switch your region either to Germany if you're paying with euros, or Switzerland if you're not paying with euros. Those are probably the most beneficial for you to get the lowest price. Once you have all of that done, you just simply search for Summoners War. it pops up in here. You would have to install the game from here, and then you also open the game through the app gallery. On this page, you can also find what kind of campaigns are currently running. So currently for the campaign of December, we can see that there's a lot of stuff going on. So we can open the game from here. That's not that interesting. This is where it gets more interesting. We have coupon codes, and those are a one-time off. You can claim all of those and just use them on your first purchase. Afterwards, this is something that I highly recommend to do. Do all your purchases on the weekends, because on the weekends you have a 5% cashback system, and therefore you get Huawei points. And with those Huawei points, you can use them in next purchase. After that, you also have the diamonds, and the diamonds is also based on how much you have purchased before. You get diamonds. Those diamonds you can trade in for coupon codes, and you can get like pretty big discounts on that. So those are a lot of coupons and discounts and all of that kind of good stuff. Currently, I have quite some diamonds already. And then one thing that I highly recommend to do is join their Discord, which you can find down in the description as well, but also on this button over here. So if you have any questions related to the Huawei App Gallery, it's just very simple. Ask them over there and they will definitely. If you were to purchase anything in Summoner's War, it would look something like this. So we're in game, we want to buy the Ancient Transcendence Scroll. We just click on it that we want to buy it. From here, it shows the Huawei in-app purchases. We can click what kind of setting we want to use for buying anything. We can see that we can also select the Huawei points if we have enough balance on it. In this case, I don't. If there's any coupons, currently I don't have any because I already used them. They will also pop in here. I highly recommend to check what kind of coupon is firstly selected, because it doesn't always automatically select the highest coupon that you can do. You can select the coupon. From there, you go into paying. It blacks out the screen because you have to type like a PIN or any kind of verification that you did that way. Once that is done, you see this screen. Don't click on OK right away. You want to first scroll down to here. And this is the point where you normally can claim the Huawei points if they are there during the weekend. So that's on the first 3 purchases on the weekend. So I highly recommend wait for the weekend and do your purchase at that moment. In this case, I was impatient. I wanted to summon right now, and I just bought it. And that is how simple it is to buy something from the Huawei App Gallery. And once again, I want to thank Huawei App Gallery for sponsoring this video. And let's get back into the video. Units, monsters, collections. They all kind of have like these, I guess, I'm not sure if it's Christian, like Bible old names kind of style or something like that. Or it's like, well, they're angel twins, but I think like, especially like these kind of names kind of remind me of like these old Bible kind of names, but then slightly different as well. So I'm not entirely sure where they come from. Maybe it's some old Latin stuff or something like that. That could be as well. But look pretty funny, look pretty cool. We're going to look at skill animations in a second as well. Let's first of all see what kind of leaders we have. We have leaders that are across the board. Speed lead across the board. That's always a very viable one. Defense, crit rate, and then attack. Okay. Base stats are all about the same. Interestingly enough, there are 102 base speed, which makes them viable for Swift, because if you go Swift, is 25% of your speed, right? So 100 speed, 25% is 25. But it rounds up. The moment you're 101 speed, Swift will give you 26. So this thing not being 100 speed, but 102 is already 2 speed better than, or actually 3 speed better than being 100, if you put it to Swift. So it makes it slightly viable on Swift. I'm not sure if these units will actually go on Swift or not. We have crit rate awakening. We have a accuracy awakening. We have the resistance awakening. And then we have more crit rate awakening. And we have accuracy awakening. So actually for support units, not too many resistant awakenings in there, but interesting. And we have the mechanic where it's kind of weird the first time you do the interaction. You click on one skill and then you'll click on the other skill as well. But the first time you click on the skill, it's like, did I actually click on it? But there's always one skill targeted to yourself and one skill targeted to the enemy. I think that's the case for all of them. So first of all, we have the Horn Charge, which I think most of them have, which is just a skill 1, increasing the allies' attack bar. And that actually goes up by a decent amount, not too bad. We have a remove all harmful effects. Wait, we have 1 harmful effect from all allies. How do you increase the harmful effect rate with this? That doesn't make any freaking sense. Well, I guess the skill ups are shared. That's the only thing that makes sense, because you might as well put nothing here and then a cooldown reduction, because this is not going to do damage and this is not going to do harmful effects. You're cleansing shit. That doesn't make any sense. Then we have decreased cooltime skill of all allies by 1 turn. Not too bad as well. On the other side, we have decrease the attack bar for 30. Okay. Not too high rates, I would say, but not too bad as well. Multi-shot, 3 hits, already interesting for additional damage artifacts. Each hit has a chance to skill cooldown increase by 1. And you're looking at a 60 rate. So 3 times 60 is pretty decent amount. So, hey Forche, how are you doing, my man? Thanks for the primer. And then, ooh, that's also 5 shots. Attacks the enemy 5 times to inflict damage that ignores all damage reduction effects and resist death. In other words, this could be your killer for Julians. This could be your killer for like a bunch of those kind of things. I guess this is a main counter on Julian more than anything. Because of the multi-hits, because of this actually going like one of the highest end players that we have right now. Jin Yao is using Julian together with... well, we see like Timbo, for example, Julian and shields. But Jin Yao takes it one step further. That's Julian plus invisibility. This goes straight through that, which is pretty interesting. Base attack is not the highest. Base defense is pretty high on this unit if you check that out. But I don't know the multipliers yet. I asked the guy that's doing like Sword Farm and asked him, he's like, yo bro, do you know the multipliers? He's like, yo bro, I'm on a business trip. I'm not at my PC, so I can't check. So we don't have multipliers on it yet. The moment I do know the multipliers, I will put them in this like description of this video as well. But looking at the next unit, this one is the one that's pretty interesting. Speed Lead Awakening. This one is also Crit Rate Awakening. So it's a support type, but to be honest, it's more of like a... It would actually be funny if those are all support / attacker type, right? Because technically they're not just support. They're a support and an attacker. So it would also be actually kind of cool if they have both types and therefore you can place both artifacts on it or something like that. Would be pretty funny. But this one, Horn Charge, same thing. This one is the allied target's cooldown by 1 turn. Okay, pretty long cooldown for just something as that's just 1 turn on 1 ally, but it's still the combination skill. Recovers all allies by 15%. That creates a shield. These are also kind of hard to put like artifacts to, because this artifact says like, okay, recovery skill 3. But the other skill might be something that you say like, hey, I want to go damage skill 3, right? So that's actually for artifacts an interesting one. Then on this side we have the attack bar decrease. In this case we have a stun for 60% chance for 1 turn. Not that crazy. And then we have attack all enemies 3 times, each remove a harmful effect and... Oh wait, just 1 harmful effect and then distribute you recovery 2 turns. I'm not too sure about that. Yeah, this is also the weird thing, like damage, recovery, 2 a turn. That's I think the only skill that actually does like damage, and then recovery, because like the recovery works for this one, but the damage one works for this one. It has the speed lead, so because of speed lead you're also always somewhat more interesting, but I'm not too sure if I'm liking this skill too much. It is 100% stripped though, so 3 times single target 100%, or is the 3 times just 1 buff remove 100% is a decent good amount of odds to actually remove like everything. Wait, that's actually if you if you're facing 1 debuff, besides of course Tiana, that is by far the highest odds of actually stripping anything. Because all of the other units, like for example Laura hits 3 times as well, but then it's like 3 times 40% or some shit, right? This is 3 times 100%. Well, you still have 18 or like the 15 kind of stuff, but sounds like Lauren S2. Yeah, kind of. So this unit definitely will get some play, I think, because of the speed lead. You're already interesting. If you didn't have this speed lead, I think you would not be that interesting. And it's good that it's having the... Oh, he's actually kind of cute. And it's good that he has the awakening in accuracy. Then we have this one. I did see that Jean-B already pulled this unit. So we have S2 is same, or S1 is same, S2 is remove all harmful effects from, or 1 harmful effects from all allies. Not too bad for an S2. And this is, we have increase all attack speed for 2 turns. Okay, kind of depends what's on the other side, because that doesn't seem that interesting, I would say. Then we have the attack bar decrease, we have the... Wait, we attack all enemies to stun for 1 turn. This was like a stun on 1 single target, right? Wait, didn't you... No, which one was it? Oh, this is also all. Oh, okay, didn't notice that. I thought it was on 1 ally to... Or 1 enemy to stun, but it's actually on all. That makes things quite good. Yeah, that makes this a lot better than I expected. Like an AoE stun is never bad. Rates aren't too high, but not too bad. And then we have attack all enemies, remove all beneficial effects, and decrease their attack speed by 2 turns. Ooh. So the combination of this attack speed increase plus this strip and slow, that is a pretty nasty combination right there. And then we also have like a cleanse attack bar increase, and this one has like AoE stun. Pretty strong for a stripper. Why do you have resistance lead or resistance awakening? I think it's just resistance awakening because otherwise it would be too OP. Because I think this one has a pretty loaded kit, but the resistance awakening makes it slightly worse. You kind of want accuracy awakening on this one, but forces you into an accuracy slot 6, I guess. Then we have the ones that you will never pull, but your guildie that always is super lucky will get exactly these two. So let's look into those. Same as one. S2 is the cooldown decrease, and this one is attack power increase. Okay. And over here we have same. This one is the same hit as the fire one, so that's the multi-hit per cooldown. And then attack all enemies, each remove 1 beneficial, and then also attack bar by 10% with a 50 chance. Okay, so slightly different than the stripper of the other one. It is a crit rate awakening, which doesn't make all too much sense because this one is accuracy awakening, that's also the strip. It might do a lot of damage. Someone already got it in 108. There's always going to be one guy that pulls it like instantly. Like there's so many scrolls saved up to the moment where a new unit is able to be pulled. There's just like thousands and thousands of LD scrolls going in, so someone's going to pull it, of course. But interesting one, but I'm not sure if I'm really liking it that much. Also for the base stats, this one is the most damage focused out of all of them. Well, let's see about this one. We have same as one. I think the S1 on these sides are always the same. Remove harmful effect all allies. This one fills up an ally at the target's attack bar. Okay, that's pretty strong for a side skill, that's for sure. The other skill is decrease the AoE stun, and this one have all enemies decrease their defense. Wait, 2 hits. 2 hits. Oh, do I like 2 hits with Death Break 50% chance? I think in the end it ends up lower than 100%. Yeah, definitely like 2 times 50% chance is lower than 100. 3 turns Death Break though is pretty strong. Plus it's a playmaker by filling up the allies attack bar. Like filling up allies attack bar does give you a chance of saying like, okay, I have a stripper moving, I have a Death Breaker moving, I already have attack buff by another unit, and then I boost up another unit, like I boost up a Zyros to do like big damage. So this is definitely a nice setup, like Death Breaker, that is also doing something else than just Death Breaking. However, the rates of the Death Break aren't super high. Like I would have rather seen 1 hit 100% than 2 hits 50%. But if you are glanced, it's slightly better though, because you have odds of not landing through glancing and then odds of landing it afterwards, I guess. So let's see how these animations look. Okay, so the first skill, you click on yourself and then it switches. Oh, you can still actually switch back. I didn't notice that. Like the first time I was clicking that, I was like, yo, can you actually switch back? But you can't switch back. But this is definitely something that people can, in RTA especially, that you take a lot of time for things to do. Because, wait, in this case, yeah, you can fill up the attack bar and then do the hit. So you can S3 on self, I guess. Wait, do I get an instant turn on this one again? Yeah, I do get an instant turn on this one again. So you can fill up yourself and then armor break and then go straight into... Wait, what is the other skill? Go straight into boosting more attack bar and stunning, for example. So yeah, you can use that on self. That is pretty interesting. That is pretty interesting. So in this one we had the attack power increase, and then we're going for strips, that kind of stuff. So also an interesting stripper that does more than just stripping, because it's, well, we have like Joegun. It's kind of like Joegun style. You strip and you do something else. Animation is not too bad. Like The thing what you see like over there, you see them in the stars as well. Looks kind of cool. Not bad, not bad. So this one seems pretty interesting as well because you have speed buff plus strip and then strip plus slow. So that is definitely something that is pretty strong. This one is the Jefferson Killer, supposedly. Decrease all allies 1 turn. So it's kind of like a math S3. But then no speed buff. I really wonder how much this hits. Because you need to do some proper damage. That's also a thing. You can actually increase like 3 times. Not bad, not bad. And then this one is also the... Oh wait, this is single target. Is this a single target strip? Yeah, okay, this is single target. I thought this was AoE for a second as well. Makes this one slightly less interesting, I guess. We got Expect with a tier 1. Appreciate it. Okay, interesting skills, interesting skills. So, having seen that, there's one more thing that I want to check because we have the... these are checkable right now for the animations and how the skins look in here. I would say the skin itself looks somewhat clunky. I'm still biggest fan of the original skin of the Weapon Masters just because it shows that they have more weapons. In this case, it's hard to see that they all have like different weapons. This one, the S2, I did check it already. I'm not sure if I like it. I kind of like the pistol shooting what the base skin has. But it's not too bad. Can we actually crit? Would be so nice in here if you can say like, okay, I want to have the crit animation or not have the crit animation. But doesn't look too bad. Pretty cool. Not bad, not bad. So now we only have the skill. He goes for the like real cool guys don't look at explosions kind of shit. But therefore the last few hits come in so fast that you don't really see it's like multiple hits kind of style. Because these are multiple hits as well, I think. Because not all of them crits. Yeah, these are like the multiple hits. But they come in so fast that it looks kind of weirdish. But not too bad. Ultimate power. Kind of like that one actually. Kind of do like that one. The Valkyrie ones you're not able to see yet. They will edit them later. I don't really like the Dominic one for some reason. Like that last hit kind of feels weird. Oh, he actually does 2 different kind of hits. Yeah, he does a different kind of hit because probably one of the 2 is low HP and the other one is like high HP. And they actually do a different hit for the ignored defense because one is like the uppercut and the other one is like the overhead smash. Kind of interesting that there's a difference between those 2. So this also goes for the uppercut. Well, then we go for the Maximilian, the one I will of course give the skin to. S2 looks pretty flashy. S3, I already saw it. I think the idea is really cool. So he actually goes into like a little bit of like flying state. He has like the 3 weapons behind him and he picks 1 weapon each time to hit. I absolutely love the idea, but how it works out, I'm still like, I'm not sure if I like it that crazy much, but the idea is really cool. That he has like, he summons all of the 3 weapons behind him and then he starts chopping them with 1 weapon like at a time. That idea is like super cool. So yeah, it's definitely gonna get this skin, that's 100%. But I would still say for like, it's hard to see what's happening. Yeah, like the back end stuff, like I don't really like the skin itself. Like it looks a bit clunky and weird. Like to be honest, seeing for this one, I like the base skin the most in all honesty. Like if you just check out the base skin of this thing already looks so good. Wait, you can check out skills from here. This is the easiest way to show skills. Yeah, if this one had like something with like, this skin just looks so much better. But the S1 looks pretty pale. This one looks good. And this one looks fucking amazing. To be very honest, the skin I actually like the most from the Weapon Master is the Weapon Master non-transmog. Like, for some reason, I like the hoodie a lot more than, like, this grown-out hair kind of mask thingy, whatever. Like, the hoodie is so much more slick. Like, if this skin had the same weapons and the same, like, cloak, everything else, but the hoodie kind of stuff, I would have liked that one the most. But that's just my opinion on it. But in this case, like, the thing what I really like about this kind of Weapon Master, you can really see it's wielding more weapons. And that's the whole thing about it. Like, it's wielding, like, you got this, like, fucking big-ass Buster Blade over here. You got this big-ass sword over here. You got that kind of shit. These guys pull out, like, a freaking pistol whip, that kind of shit. So, that's what I really like about the Weapon Master. And that's what I would say that I like about the new skin, that he summons all of the weapons behind him and it starts, like, chopping with that. But the skin itself could have looked better, I would say. But that's my honest opinion on those. Is that everything that I wanted to check for all of this? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I did notice on my phone, this actually has an extra row, which is so much more chill. Like, if you have a higher resolution phone, these are like 5 or 6 rows, which you can actually see like all 30 runs in like one view, which I'm not sure if they actually mentioned that, but that is super chill to look at my phone, because I don't have to scroll up and down to see all of the runes. I can just see them in one view, which I definitely do think is a really nice improvement as well. And it does show like how many times you lost, which I think was a big missing before. And it's pretty nice to have that shown right now. It wouldn't be bad to also show it here. So to talk about Elia's summon mission. First thing that I noticed, this is a Lucian skin we need, man. Holy shit, this thing looks amazing. Like, if we get like a Santa Lucian with like a beard and that kind of shit, that would be like super amazing. But yeah, talking about this Elia mission thing, like, is it worth it to go for 3,000 crystals to buy all of those kind of things? Well, I would say the high value things are like, of course, you get your energy 700, but 700 energy is absolutely, I think it's like just like 200 crystals or something like that right now. A little bit over. Oh, you get that twice, so that's 300, that's, I would say like 500 crystals cash back on that. So you're kind of buying 2.5k crystals for all of the rest of the kind of stuff. If you normally buy that pack that gives you like one LD scroll for like 1,000 something crystals, then definitely I would say that this is a buy, because it already gives you more with like the re-ups and the runes and that kind of stuff. Last time around I said, like, if you have way more than enough crystals, it's probably interesting to buy it, but for most people I would not recommend to buy it. I bought it myself and I got an LD5 from this one. This was the LD5 which I pulled Eon, which was the day after the summon session that I actually did upload. So yeah, this was the Light Steel Commander right there. So we're gonna get another LD5 on this one, right? So I kind of have to buy this pack because it gave me an LD5 last time. So I don't give a shit. I have enough crystals anyways. I did do some little bit of whaling. We got the Ancient Transcendent Scroll. And I saved a little bit. 199. Wow, that's a bummer over there. I did do a few a few summons when I did like a rage pack or like a few rage summons before, but you're gonna bait people to buy it. I'm baiting no one to buy nothing. But yeah, let's see if we can actually get something from the summons, and then yeah, I will. The moment we get to the Ancient Transcendent, I will also check like what I'm missing right now from all of the units that I do and do not have. It's not that much units that I'm missing, actually. I wailed a little. Yeah, exactly. Are the new units worth it? I think the new units are pretty good. I feel like they have quite some potential. I don't know their multipliers, but I definitely do feel like they have quite some potential here. We don't need no samurais. I always like to be lazy and just summon everything straight to the storage. Water one looks cool with the speed lead. Yeah, I think the water one... Well, actually, all 3 of the normal elements look pretty interesting. Like, all 3 of them have some use cases. Yeah, they're 1 or 2 base, which is definitely nice. Kinda sad that Tomoe is banned right now. I use Tomoe from time to time, but not as much. I'm not sure like how long it will be removed. Probably they will have like a patch in like a few hours or so. Till RTA ends, really? No. Wait, does it say it? That they have Tomoe and Gyo removed until RTA ends? Really? That's pretty freaking long though. They messed up Karmas as a skill. I would say for the people that abuse Domon, it's even worse. Like the people that have Genny half or Domon, they really rely on their Domon. Wait, that's pretty bad for Lest as well. Like if Lest playing Legend Tournament and his Domon is like permanently banned, that's kind of fucked. Because that's actually kind of a unit that he has as a very strong late pick. Your first pick is Tomoe. Yeah, ACOG, you're just fucked in general. They're like, we don't like ACOG today. Let's fuck up this guy. What's wrong with them? The Karma was doing the Karma even when they used S1 or some weird shit. At least that's if I read it correctly. I just like skimmed through it. It's like, oh, something wrong. And then I think I read that, but I could be wrong on that. But yeah, that would be pretty busted if Karma was always activated. Was gonna do like 2-3 wings to secure G3. Now I'm fucked. How many points are you at? 1990ish? Yeah, you need like... I would say, yeah, 3 more wins. You're good. Well, 2 wins if you're like getting like 2+6s. I think then you're on edge. Okay, nothing too interesting from those, but that is totally fine. Actually, I'm kind of halfway inting because I should use this blessing for this thing. Otherwise, you just get 1 new unit, and you always have to do that with a blessing. But since we're this far in anyways, and just one more scroll of these, let's just get a net 5 here or not. Let's see if we can get anything. 1 lightning from 6. Maybe asking a little bit much. 1 lightning would be cool. Oh, 1 lightning, not bad, not bad. LD5 easy. Ashibel. Okay, so the Ancient Transcendence Scroll. We did collect a few of those. Didn't even max it out yet. I'm not a will, I'm a slacker. So let's first check out which units am I missing. What could I actually pull from the Ancient Transcendence Scroll? Fire Panda! I never fucking fused that stupid unit. So this one is can doesn't count. I'm not sure if I have... No, this one I don't have for sure. I think I have this one as the cookie version. Oh no, I don't have that one as cookie version as well. So both fire cookies are missing. Missing this fire guy, don't really like him. I would say Lucia's not too bad. Any of the new units are welcome. So 4 units in fire it is. This one we have... I'm not sure if I'm having you in... Nope, not having you in the AC form as well. So missing those 3 units and then also, of course, the new unit. So 4 in water as well. All 3 of those I prefer not to get. And then looking at wind. Wind is a little bit more of an odd one because I miss a Momo, which is more of an older unit. I do think I have you as the cookie version, but I thought that a few times right now. And I was a few times wrong, but I do have you as the cookie version, so that one is not going to get pulled. So I do have you already, so in this case it's these 3. I think I have you in AC form, could be wrong in that as well. Do I have you in AC form? Wait, which one is that AC form? Should be looking at it right now, somewhere. Wait, these are the AC units. Oh wait, it's 5-star, of course. Yep, I have that one as 5-star. Also have this one as 5-star, so that one is not going to get pulled as well. So that would exclude these 2 units. So it would be just this one and then these 3 and then so 4 in each. So it's going to be these. So to be honest, the only units I actually care about are the new units and maybe a Lucia. Like Lucia is not too bad, I would say. But it's mainly aiming for the new units. And if I can choose any of the new unit... I'm actually not too sure because I feel like all 3 of them have some options. I feel like the wind and the water one might be more all round, whereas the fire one is maybe just a Julian counter and something like that. But let's actually see what we get from this thing. We do get one of the... We get a Lucia, which is actually the one I mentioned. that I might still want, plus one of the new units. Interesting. I think I'll go for one of the new units. Like, Lucia actually recently was in the Summoning Stone rotation through like a 10k stones that it didn't get it, but I think Lucia's not bad, but it's not something I would be using a lot, whereas this new unit, yeah, it's anti-Julian, but is it that good to have one unit fully paired up to be anti-Julian? I am not sure. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the right unit, that's for sure, though. But I might actually decide, because I also didn't buy, or I didn't buy. I don't have that many Devilmons right now at the moment, because I used a lot of Devilmons for a bunch of siege units. It's like dupe siege units, boring shit. And with that, I actually didn't Devilmon a few other new units that I have yet. Mainly saying this guy. So I might actually go for the Devilmons on this guy, because I think he's slightly more interesting than the new one that I pulled. Rocky's anti-Julian too. True, true. But yeah, I'm not too sure if this thing has a lot of damage. Like, I think I wouldn't give him Devilmons until I actually tested him out and saying like, okay, he actually has some proper damage in his kit. But yep, that's definitely a unit that's going to be used. Or at least try it out. Used, I'm not sure. Try it out, yes. Grogan anti-Julian. If Grogan can take a turn, I guess. Oh, I can also do Ren. Like, I haven't scaled up Ren. I actually need quite some Devilmons.